I always imagined birthdays would mean something with different, each like wisdom settling in the bones, or deeper appreciation for the life I'd built. This one, my 38th, was supposed to be a celebration. My wife Emily had arranged a dinner at an upscale restaurant, candlelight flickering between us as she raised a glass in my honor. I looked at her, the woman I had loved for a decade, the woman I had built a life with. I felt safe until the moment I didn't. She leaned in toward her friend, a woman whose name I could never remember, and whispered, "I can't believe I'm stuck with him. Once his promotion comes through, I'm filing for divorce and taking everything." The words slithered through the air like venom, striking me in the chest. I don't think she even realized I could hear her, but I did. Every syllable burned itself into my mind. I kept smiling, swallowing the shards of my heart like broken glass. I sipped my wine, nodded at a joke someone made, and forced a chuckle that didn't quite reach my eyes. That night, lying in bed beside her, listening to the rhythmic rise and fall of her breath, I stared at the ceiling. A decade. 10 years of love, loyalty, and sacrifice. For what? For a woman who saw me as a stepping stone, a means to an end. My chest tightened, but I let the rage cool into something sharper. If she wanted to play a game, she had no idea who she was up against. The next 2 weeks were a lesson in performance. I held her hand when we went for walks, kissed her forehead as I left for work, and even bought her flowers, just like I always did. But underneath it all, I was moving pieces on the board. First, I consulted my lawyer, a friend from college. "Make sure she gets nothing," I said, my voice steady. Next, I combed through our finances, unraveling the web of shared accounts. Emily was meticulous, already siphoning money into an account I hadn't noticed before. I smiled. That would make this even sweeter. Then I started withdrawing quietly, methodically. The funds she thought were waiting for her. Gone. Not stolen, just relocated. The last piece of the puzzle was my suitcase. It sat in my office closet for days, neatly packed. I just needed to wait for the right moment. That moment came on a Tuesday evening. Emily was sitting on the couch, scrolling through her phone, probably texting the friend she had betrayed me to. I watched her for a second, wondering if she had ever truly loved me, or if I had just been a convenient investment. I didn't speak. I simply grabbed my coat, my suitcase, and walked out the door. I drove to a hotel, checked in, and slept better than I had in years. The next morning, at exactly 8:42 a.m., Emily screamed. She called me 14 times. Each time I let it ring. Then came the message. "Please, let's talk." I exhaled, letting the words sit there. A part of me, some deep, broken part, wanted to believe she had realized her mistake, that she regretted it, but I knew better. This wasn't about me, it was about the money. Still, I decided to give her one last moment. I answered on the 15th call. "Hello, Emily," I said, my voice even. "Where are you?" She demanded, her voice shrill. "What the hell did you do?" "What I had to. You took everything." I almost laughed. "Everything," I repeated. "Number Emily. I just took back what was mine. What you were planning to steal." Her breath hitched. Silence stretched between us. I could almost hear her mind racing, trying to find an angle, a way to manipulate her way out of this. I didn't mean it," she said finally, her voice softer now, carefully measured. "I was just venting. You know how I get when I'm upset." I closed my eyes. "Number Emily. I know exactly how you are." I could feel the shift in her tone, the desperation creeping in. "Please, baby, we can fix this." I let out a slow breath. "I want you to listen very carefully," I said. "Right now, you're sitting in a house that's no longer yours. The bills, the accounts, all under my name. The prenup you thought didn't matter. It does. You walk away with exactly what you came in with. Nothing more. Her sharp inhale was music to my ears. No, she whispered. You wouldn't do that to me. I smiled. You did it to yourself. The next morning, I sent over the finalized divorce papers. There was no negotiation. No counteroffer. She signed because she had no choice. I didn't look back. I didn't linger in the past or wonder what could have been. I simply walked forward free. And for the first time in a long time, I smiled, not the forced, hollow one from that birthday dinner, but a real honest-to-God smile. Because I had one.